Things are finally picking up. Interview Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then coffee chat on Friday. I did about 11 interviews last month and I recorded every single interview. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll be fine. It's in 12 minutes. That was so bad. Oh my god. I don't know, it just felt very condescending. Hello guys. So I'm sitting here cutting through each of these half an hour to an hour long interviews and I'm getting PTSD just listening to the questions again and my responses to it. But it's okay, I'm doing it for you guys. For this video, I want to talk a little bit about how I prep for all of my interviews. Okay, let's just get started. It's mid-April right now and I'm praying I could be done recruiting by the beginning of May. I just finished a mock interview with my friend and I got really good feedback, so hopefully everything works out. Today has been a good day. 2 different recruiters got back to me and I'm moving forward in both of these processes. It just feels good to have that as a form of validation. Wish me luck, guys. And usually what I do to prep now is read through the company website, their about page, who we serve, who our customers are, mission statements, things like that, to really understand what this role even is. Let's see. So this company primarily serves financial institutions, private companies, shareholders. They sell investment products. Very finance heavy. I have a Zoom interview in 10 minutes. I don't know how I feel about this one, honestly. It's a bit too financy for my liking. Okay. Hi. Of course, thank you for scheduling me in. Really wanted to just foundation in finance and thought research was a good place to start. Supported analysts on their investment thesis. The number one thing you will be asked in every single interview, no matter what industry you're in, what stage of your career you're at, is tell me about yourself. And you really need to master this to just set the tone for the interview and make a strong first impression. Your tell me about yourself is your story. Like, the recruiter is going to listen to you and they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect spot for them to be at. That's what you want them to think. I worked in the finance industry, I worked in capital markets, equity research, investment banking, and I'm making the transition to go into marketing. The recruiters can see all of these experiences on paper, but they don't know the story behind it. And that's something I need to explain to them in 1 to 2 minutes. I usually say something along the lines of, I went to school at Binghamton University in upstate New York. I thought I wanted to study finance when I was in college, specifically the more strategic side of it. And then I joined this bank, did XYZ. I want to focus less on the financial modeling and accounting aspects of my job and highlight things that are more relevant. So I would say something along the lines of, in investment banking, I'm essentially analyzing and advertising different technology companies to sell them to potential investors. And this might be more relevant for a marketing role. If I was an investment banker trying to get into a strategy or consulting role, then I would highlight the strategic and client advisory services that I did in banking. Very important to tailor your pitch. And I don't mean that you need to switch up and write a completely new tell me about yourself for every single interview that you do. The basic structure and foundation of it is still going to be the same. You're probably going to change a sentence or two of your experience to match up with a job description. Depending on the role of the interview, if it's a more creative marketing role, I would say something along the lines of, while I was working in banking, I realized that I wanted to be challenged more creatively, which is how I first tapped into content creation. And then from there, I really want to sharpen my skills within XYZ industry. You want to keep your elevator pitch very concise. I was told to keep it under a minute. I think mine is usually 1 to 2 minutes. Keep rehearsing, keep practicing. So I went to school at Binghamton University. It's in upstate New York, and at the time I really wanted to study finance, specifically the strategy side of it. So I worked in the technology space at a little bit background, essentially I analyzed tech companies, tech trends in the space. So the transition came because while I was working, I was more interested in the customer facing, like human behavior side, as opposed to back-end software technology. I was researching different avenues in marketing and media around UGC, affiliate partnerships, like just to get my feet in the door. And then I created content. I see it from a very analytical sense of tracking my video performances. I realized like I have a passion for this space. That's exactly like where I want to start. So I'm here today. The 2 types of work that I did was pitch work, and then there's also live deal transactions. I work with different product partner teams to create marketing materials. So essentially these would be in-depth management presentations. Going forward, I want to just like have a better understanding of my responsibilities and scope of work before deciding. Does your team have a budget in mind for this position? Well, I'm excited to see how I can move forward in this process, and I'll just collect any material. I thought I wanted to pursue finance, so started with investment banking. I'm sorry. We are essentially financial advisors for a lot of different tech companies. So we do work with different cross-functional teams, both internally and externally. In order to sell the story of a specific company, we really have to dig into their historicals, their financial health, understand who their end markets are, what their products and services are. And as you advance to later interview stages, expect more industry-specific or technical questions. Prioritize research to really understand the company's operations and recent news or industry trends. This is going to show your interviewer that you're interested and committed to the space and company. While we were speaking on the topic of social media, the conversation of my favorite influencers came up. And I always love when conversations become a bit more personal because it's just more fun, you know, and it's usually a good sign. So after the interview, I sent a thank you email and sent her links to check out my favorite YouTubers. I'm so tired. I prefer interviews in the mornings because I get tired throughout the day. Out for a walk, grabbing ice cream earlier, and the weather is beautiful, so I'm in a good mood today. My background in investment banking blended with the experience I have in social media can make me very successful in this role. I'm very used to working with many different clients at the same time in one specific sector. From my content creation journey, I'm always thinking about who my audience is, how can I provide certain information or value that is relevant to them. Like you can have a very interesting service or product that you want to sell, but if you can't connect or resonate with your audience, then you can't be successful. Overall, pretty good. I think I did well. Okay, I just blew out my hair. I'm gonna start getting ready for a dinner tonight with my friends. Next week I have 2 more interviews. I still need to brush up my answers for some of the questions. For now, I'm just gonna try to enjoy the night. I'll see you at the dinner. Bye. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that interested in it. I was going to pull out of this interview, but then I decided I wanted some extra practice, and who knows, maybe I'll end up liking the team. But I just wanted to see how I could perform under pressure because that's the best form of simulation for interviews. I'm gonna be speaking with 2 managers. Wouldn't it be so ironic if I end up working in the finance industry again? I literally cannot wait to be done recruiting. Wish me luck, guys. By the time I'm done, it's gonna be 4 p.m. and my day's gonna be over. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I don't feel this way when I'm interviewing for marketing firms. This one is finance. I feel like it's such a different vibe. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll be fine. It's in 12 minutes and I'm just venting. Hi, how are you? Okay, yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you both for taking the time to speak with me. I'll give an example of a M&A project that I worked on. So there is a technology platform that comes in and they tell us, hey, we're looking to acquire another company within this space. And my job as an analyst and advisor to this company is to come up with the best fit for this specific company. And from the beginning, it is a lot of the due diligence behind understanding this company and what end market users they serve, which geographies are they in, understanding all this information, and then coming up with a preliminary universe of potential targets they can look at. That was so bad. Oh my God. I hate it. That interview was not it at all. I had 2 people interviewing me and one of them did not smile at all. He was like sitting back like this the whole time interviewing me with a frown on his face. I don't know, it just felt very condescending. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I do want to say before I went into that interview, I was pretty prepared because I was interested in the company compared to the finance one, which I didn't prepare that much since I wasn't as interested. This just goes to show that preparation is key. The day before my interview, I was looking through the entire company website, looking at case studies of past projects that they've done, and just really understood what their services were. And then the recruiter ended up testing me on what the company did. Yes, I love your background. Also Instagram Reels, and over time I tapped into longer form content on YouTube, so those are the 3 main platforms. Through TikTok, I learned that it is a great platform for exposure and reach. I really hope I get this because this is my top choice right now. And I think I've been in this process for 3-4 weeks now. Wait, that just made my day. Okay. Okay, guys, you don't understand. I was so sad. I'm moving forward to the final round interview. I'm nervous for the next round, but I'm gonna prep a lot more. I have an interview tomorrow. The recruiter for the team reached out to me because she wanted to help me prep. Actually, I've never done a call like this where a recruiter is being this hands-on with the process, so that's really nice. There are 2 companies that I'm really interested in, and it's the 2 final rounds that I'm doing. One is tomorrow and the other one is next week on Monday, and I'm so nervous. A part of me is worried that I might not pass these rounds and then I have to like go back to recruiting and applying, start all of this all over. But as we learned from my other vlogs, let's try to stay optimistic. What time is it? The accounts that we covered is divided within the team is divided into 3 separate verticals. So there's financial technology, there's software, and then there's internet. And for me, I sort of specialized in one, but then in terms of cross-functional work, investment banking is broken down into product groups and then also industry groups. So because I have an industry focus in technology, every time we work on a specific client, we also partner with internal product groups. I'm so scared. My head hurts. I'm depressed. Why won't they reach out to me? It's over. Dunzo. Okay, so I was taking a walk and I missed a call from one of the recruiters, so I'm gonna call her right now. I'm so scared, but also the other company, the recruiter said to do another interview tomorrow, even though I finished my round. Whatever, let me call this one first. How's it going? Sorry I missed your call earlier. I am waiting to hear back from another firm. So there's more waiting. So I guess I'm doing another interview tomorrow. I'm very excited, obviously also a little bit nervous, but I've had like an amazing time meeting everyone. So the name is Angie's List.